Hi everyone, it's Steamy Leia
and Captain Phantasma.
And here we are with our post-Force Awakens episode. So, if you have not seen it, I'm warning you now, there are going to be spoilers. So yeah, do what she's doing. Don't watch it, pause it now. You're about 20 seconds in here. You can save yourself. But I've taken my vow to not speak of it for an entire week after it comes out. So my vow is over. Alright, so here we go.
We just have to keep
Tons of spoilers.
Here we go.
Alright, so our first question for this Thoroughly Honest Thursday was from Avery, who asked me in my last promo, is that Long Claw behind you? Yes, I do have Long Claw from Game of Thrones. That is Jon Snow's sword, hanging up in my bedroom. I love swords. I collect lots of swords. I'm looking to collect more. I also have Aragorn's sword from Lord of the Rings. Huge fan. But I do have to say that Long Claw does belong to my boyfriend, so credit where credit's due. One day I do hope to have a collector's piece of my own. Yes.
Next question from Daryl Burris.
Yes. He asks,
after seeing the film, which is an excellent homage to the original trilogy and Ralph McQuarrie, do you see any further concepts for steampunk versions of the new characters?
Absolutely. I mean, we had the prequel movies, which everything was very shiny, everything was very new, very unused, because it was the opening of that order. As for the originals, we see things that are new, but they have some use. They have some wear and tear. But still, a lot of people find a lot of similarities between that and steampunk. Here we are in a next generation of Star Wars, and everything is used. Everything is scrap. Everything is salvage, which is exactly what steampunk is. It's salvage what you can and use it. Make it look used. Make it look dirty. So yeah, absolutely. I think this one goes hand in hand.
Love to see a steampunk Kylo Ren.
Actually, that's a very good point. I have a fan that talks to me regularly on my Steamy Leia page. His name is Eric Angelus, and he's an excellent collector. Definitely chat him up. If you need a helmet, he knows exactly where you can get it. But he's working on a steampunk Kylo Ren, and it looks awesome. I'm definitely going to have to show it to you sometime. My cousin also does a steampunk Rey. Sometimes she comes along with us in the Star Wars steampunk universe. And she's done a really great job with it. And she's actually built the staff, and it's probably 75% cast iron. Yeah. So it's really heavy, and then the other 25% is PVC. But yeah, if you ever see her, she'll be with us. But definitely ask her if you can hold the staff at least once. It's pretty impressive. So the second question from Daryl Burris is also, what does Phantasma think of Captain Phasma after seeing the film, or would you hold your opinion until episode 8 when she is reportedly said to have far more screen time?
I was just really disappointed. I know she'll probably have more screen time in the other movies, but I was really disappointed that, she was really underrated in this movie. And it made me really sad because everyone was so excited for her character, or at least I know I was. And she
Look at all the merchandise people.
So cool. And then just like that one part with the stormtrooper and Finn fighting. What was that?
Oh yeah, with that weapon that spins out and then fights against lightsabers. I don't even know what that's called. But if you guys are watching and you know what it is, please comment below because I'd love to know what that thing's called.
If that were Phasma, that'd be great. And when Chewie knocks her over, if that had been an epic battle between Chewbacca and Phasma, that would have been great.
Yeah, Chewbacca's the only one big enough to take her. Gosh.
Yeah.
I feel she was underutilized. But, backstory is everything. And we don't know her backstory. We really don't know anything about her, so hopefully in the next movie we will know, because honestly, even we all thought Hayden Christensen as Anakin was kind of but you watch the Clone Wars and a lot of things make sense. Everything makes more sense, and you actually end up liking his character a lot. So if you haven't watched it, definitely watch Clone Wars. Our next question is from Barry Hinton. who says, I saw this new Star Wars movie, and I thought it was good and all, but it was too much like the original. I wish they'd come up with a different scenario other than a bigger version of the Death Star. I think they can build off of this for the next one, but it must be a little more creative or they will start to lose followers.
I don't think they'll lose followers, necessarily.
No, actually, if you watched honest trailers for The Force Awakens...
Whether you love it or hate it, you're still gonna go and see it again.
Yeah, it's like they have Harrison Ford's
still gonna buy
it. We could show you guys a monkey washing a duck for 2 hours, and you'd come and see it probably twice. And
three times.
True. That's true. Even if it's crummy, we'll all go and see it multiple times. But no, I think that the Starkiller base probably would have gone over a little bit more if we hadn't already seen 2 Death Stars. Now, I'm not bashing Empire, guys. Empire is great. But if we had just seen the 1 Death Star, it got blown up, and then the First Order's like, hey, we've got a great idea for this. We're going to make it bigger, we're going to make it better and badder. And we're going to put S.H.I.E.L.D. on this. I think it could have gone over very, very well. And I will say at least that the First Order has stepped it up a bit and made it a little harder to blow up. But then Phasma just lets down the shields. So, what is that old ship tale? Never let a woman on a ship because she's gonna sink it? I definitely think Phasma sunk this one. So maybe she'll be discharged from the First Order in the next movie, and she'll be a little bit of a vigilante.
No.
I'd like her as a vigilante, personally.
No.
She thinks she should stay dark side. Maybe the First Order is more forgiving. I don't know. We will just have to see. Okay. So, Tom Grellner says, what are your impressions of the First Order? How do you think they hold up to the Empire?
I really like Dark Side. That was great.
Well, yeah,
I really like this side, guys.
The First Order definitely has risen from the dark side.
First Order.
Yeah, I think they did an excellent job, especially with upgrading it. I think it's a good homage to the originals. That one shot with the blaster and they go down, that the armor doesn't do anything. I would have thought they'd upgraded that a little bit, but all the same, it's very Star Wars. But I love the new Stormtrooper design. Sorry to those who think that it looks like Donald Duck. I think it looks awesome.
Donald Duck?
Yeah, I'll show you a picture later. I love that they wised up a little bit. I love that they have more cover in their hangar so that all the troopers can come in and fight what needs to be fought. I also love that they tether their TIE fighters now. That's excellent. They were still able to get away, but still, the idea was there. And I love that the new TIE fighters actually have gunners this time behind them. So 2 people are actually in the TIE fighters now. You got the pilot, and you've got a gunner. Mm-hmm. Super effective. I thought that was awesome.
That was pretty cool.
As for leadership, love General Hux. Domhnall Gleeson did an excellent job with it, I think. I really believed his character, and it made me remember Tarkin a lot. So I think he did an excellent job with that. But Gwendolyn Christie, we're gonna have to see a little bit more, I think.
What was your
favorite special effect of The Force Awakens?
Asked by Steven.
Yes, Stephen Smith. Sorry.
Special effects. I liked that part where he blew up that planet. That was so
Starkiller
big.
base?
I'm sorry. Yeah, the Starkiller base. That was so cool.
Yeah, honestly, I will say it was awesome. Yeah. Even as a rehash of the Death Star, that was awesome. 5 planets at once, and the beams just
amazing
right through. Oh my gosh. Yeah, intense.
And you're just like,
well, it explains
what?
where the power comes
what?
from.
Yeah.
I will say that the frozen planet thing still a little for me, because it's the heat and power of the sun. Even if it's just the dark energy, be really hard to freeze that planet.
Yep.
But
your favorite part?
For me, favorite special effects is definitely between 2 of them. I can't narrow it down. These 2 are just so awesome to me. The first one being a sound effect. Back when Rey has her flashback when she touches Anakin's lightsaber. I loved everything that was in that vision because it felt very dreamlike, where it's blending into the other, but nothing quite makes sense, but everything makes sense. You know what I mean? But my favorite part of that in particular was when she's walking through the forest, the frozen forest, obviously Starkiller Base, and she hears Rey. When I first heard that, I was like, oh my god, it's Alec Guinness. And then I'm like, wait, that can't be Alec Guinness. He's not with us anymore. He's gone. And I'm like, oh, well, it's probably just Mark Hamill. He's a very experienced voice actor. He's been doing it for a long time. He probably studied and really got that voice right. And then I'm like, woohoo. But also the voices of Yoda can be heard, the voice of Luke, as well as Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan. You can hear all of those voices in there. If you haven't heard them yet, definitely go back for another viewing and listen for them. They are there, and it's awesome. To wrap that up, I actually found out it was Alec Guinness. That said Rey, which, it gave me goosebumps. I got goosebumps now. They took the sound clip of him saying, "Do not be afraid, my little friend," from New Hope, and pulled out Rey for it. So, it was so cool. As a Star Wars fan, it was just like, yay! The Force is alive! That was really amazing for me. And the second favorite effect, I mean, I think this ranks up there with most people's, is when Kylo Ren is reaching out with the Force at Anakin's lightsaber, and he's trying to pull it out of the snow, and he's sitting there, and he's trying to pull it out, and you're like, oh no, because it comes loose, and it's gonna be in his hands, but then it whips past his face, and into Daisy Ridley's hands. I was like, oh, it's gonna go down! Oh, it was so exciting. I mean, goosebumps all over my body. It was so amazing to see that. Oh yeah, definitely a great scene.
Ready for us?
Yes, our last question, actually, to wrap this up a little. We will mention a little bit about The Force Awakens in our next events after this.
Yeah, but
Dennis Hoyos asks, Darth Vader versus Darth Maul. Who do you got and why?
Darth Vader.
No hesitation.
He seems like a cool guy. I mean, even though he's dark side, I mean, part of the Empire, he just seems pretty chill.
You may have to watch the prequels again for her to really remember what Anakin was
he's
like.
Still
Oh no,
guy.
I'm not bashing Hayden Christensen. I actually really like him as an actor. But I am gonna go back to my little Clone Wars spiel because I love Clone Wars. I have to say it's a really, really close one for me because Darth Vader is a very strong character. Obviously, he's made our imaginations go wild for decades. Very, very good character, and of course, the minute you hear James Earl Jones, boom, that's where your mind goes, is Vader. And honestly, as I said, I love Hayden Christensen as Anakin. I'm very much looking forward to him in Rogue One, which is rumored to be true, so I really hope it is. But when you watch the Clone Wars, you really get a lot of his backstory. You really get what made Vader Vader. And you really understand what Alec Guinness meant by, oh, your father was a great pilot, we were good friends, and blah, 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 blah. Because it's all explained there. And he's actually a very strong character, and I really like him. But we know where his story ends. His story ends pretty much with Return of the Jedi. That's it. Gone. However, if you watch Clone Wars, I don't know if any of you guys do, Maul is still out there, as far as we know. Maybe they're going to wrap up his story in Rebels. We don't know, because that's still an ongoing show. But he's still out there. He was cut in half by Qui-Gon Jinn, and he fell straight down, we thought, to his doom. But then he survived, and he fashioned himself these awesome mechanical spider legs, so if anyone can figure out how to do that, that would be an awesome steampunk cosplay. I totally see that happening. Like, very Wild West.
Cool, but
like Darth
weird.
Maul. Would be awesome. But, I mean, and his fighting style. I mean, come on. I'm sorry, if Ray Park came out at me with a working lightsaber and I was a Jedi, I'm sorry, I'd probably wet myself because there's no way I'm surviving. I don't know what would be better. Just like give it my all and hope it's good. Hope someone catches it on their iPhone and plays it back later, or just commit seppuku with my lightsaber. And go, I'm done.
Most dangerous selfies.
Yeah, world's most dangerous selfies right before I get killed by Darth Maul. That would be me. No, so for me, I have to say, we still don't know what happens to Maul. So I'm gonna have to paint him as more of my favorite than Vader, but of course everybody's gotta love Vader, so he's a really, really close second for me. Lastly, I wanted to say a little bit about the Force Awakens premiere. That was that Monday. Oh my god. How excited were we? It was pretty close to the hair jerking. Oh yeah, we were so excited. It was cold. Oh, it was so cold.
Freezing.
And I know you guys are making fun of us Californians because it was so cold.
Oh my god.
But I'm telling you, it was like 50, and with wind chill, it was like 40.
It was cold for us.
It was cold. And I was wearing stockings and a short dress because
ridiculous.
Because I'm an idiot. Yeah, it was cold. But I mean, the minute you saw the stars come out, I mean, it
worth it.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. I even have like a selfie with me in it. And Harrison Ford
That's
way,
kind of what a
way
selfie
in the back.
is.
No, I know, but way in the back, you can see the top of Harrison Ford's head. I'm like, oh my god, I have a selfie with Harrison Ford in it. Yeah, I'm that geek. But everybody was so impressive, and it was great being that close, that much of the action. If you are looking for us in any of those videos, we're actually in the top right hand section of the bleachers. So you'll see me. I'll probably be freaking out like this. Like in that video. But it was great. We got to see it in the Grauman's Chinese Theater. Oh my gosh, I've never been to that theater. It is beautiful. Oh, it was so cool.
Amazing.
It was.
You just look at the ceiling and there's so much building.
Oh, it was an amazing evening. The after party was amazing. So many lights, the displays, the original costumes were on display.
With Phasma on it.
Yeah, there were cupcakes with like all the characters like C-3PO and Phasma, and it was awesome.
Great.
It was amazing. They had awesome little giveaways, little like R5 droids that you could build and take home.
Build your own.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Take your own.
Truly once in a lifetime. And it was very special. Special thank you to Pete Vilmer, our contact at Lucasfilm. He is an amazing guy. He's done so much for us over the past year, including inviting us by personal invitation to the premiere. It was unheard of, and we were so honored and blessed. So yeah, if you guys have any further questions regarding the premiere, message me, message Phantasma. We'd love to gush over a little bit more. Of course, who wouldn't? Our next events are the, Big Bay Balloon Parade, I think? Yeah, it's the one that's in San Diego by Town Hall, goes on national television for New Year's. We're going to be there marching with the San Diego Star Wars Society, some members of the 501st and the Rebel Legion. It's going to be amazing. So look for us. And we're definitely going to be there, so if you guys want to come out for the parade, please do. If not, you will see us on national television on January. And once I get a little bit more information about that, I'll be able to tell you what channel it'll be on. So that should be good. Also, we're making a visit to a school on January 5th in Chula Vista. So I know that's not something you guys can all go to, but I just wanted to throw that out there because we do make visits to schools occasionally. So if you're a teacher, or if you're a professor, or you just want us to stop in at your old science teacher's classroom or whatever, just let us know. We'll see what we can do to make it happen. Past that, we're still working on some cons in January, but I do know for sure that we have some cons scheduled in March. So we've got tons of schedulings, tons of things planned. You won't see The Last of Us for quite some time. So have a very Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you guys so much for watching, whether you're watching here on Christmas Eve or later. I really appreciate it. So yeah, be sure to send in more questions next week, and we'll see what we can talk about. It will be before on New Year's. Well, whichever. So we'll be able to answer your questions and chat some more about nerd stuff that we all like. Also, remember, no topic is a topic for us. Whether you want to ask us about Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones, what we think of things. We do love Star Wars, and we talk a lot about Star Wars, but we will talk about just about everything. So, alright guys, have a great night, and once again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, everything that you guys celebrate, okay?
Winter